Welcome back to Drone Exam Simplified. This channel exists to get you through the FAA Part 107 exam cleanly and efficiently. We do that using the Part 107 DELL system, which is 60 FAA rules reduced to short trigger phrases, and the Drone Exam Logic Lens, DELL for short. On the Part 107 exam, the FAA wants you to take responsibility when the situation calls for it. This system guides you on how to identify when that time comes. Today, we're jumping into Section 5, Pilot Responsibility. This section is basically telling you that 9 times out of 10, you are responsible, and if you keep that in mind, it'll make this section more simple. Let's get into it, starting with Rule 41. The remote pilot in command is always responsible for the operation. Even if you have a visual observer, even if someone else owns the drone, you, the PIC, are responsible for what happens. Here's why. The FAA requires one accountable decision maker. If something happens, they want someone to question and also someone who would resolve the situation with sound judgment. Here's an example. You have a visual observer and they fail to see an incoming helicopter. The drone does not yield. Who violated the rules? You. The remote PIC is still responsible for yielding. On the exam, the controlling fact is simple. You are the remote PIC. That alone makes you accountable. Trigger phrase, if flying, it's on me. Okay, before switching into drill mode, I'd like to create a community of accountability. This will also help for when we have questions about operations that are not explicitly defined by FAA regulations. So subscribe to that channel to be part of that resource. Okay, drill mode. Rule 42. You may not operate within 8 hours of consuming alcohol, and you must remain under 0.04% BAC. Trigger phrase, if alcohol, wait 8. Rule 43. Your aircraft must be registered and properly marked. Trigger phrase, if unregistered, not legal. Rule 44. Carry your remote pilot certificate. You must present it to the FAA upon request. Trigger phrase, if flying, carry proof. Rule 45. Some operations require FAA approval beyond standard Part 107 limits. Trigger phrase, if outside rules, need waiver. Okay, our first rapid recall checkpoint for this section. Pause the video and say the first set of trigger phrases out loud and continue when done. Rule 46. Operate within your limitations. That's altitude limits, speed limits, and airspace limits. Trigger phrase, if limited, stay inside. Rule 47. If you are operating with crew members, they must understand their roles. Trigger phrase, if with crew, brief first. This is the system check. This is the step order for DELL. Step 1, identify the domain. Know what the subject matter is. Step 2, identify the controlling fact. Isolate what's being asked. Step 3, the required action and limit. Know what you can or cannot do. Step 4, final legality decision. What decision should you make considering all of these? Follow the sequence and you'll always be good. Next rule. Rule 48. You are expected to identify hazards before they become violations. Trigger phrase, risky flight, new site. Rule 49. Your aircraft must be registered and properly marked. Logging your flights is part of responsible operation. Trigger phrase, if flying, log it. Rule 50. You must ensure the aircraft is in safe operating condition before flight. Trigger phrase, if not airworthy, don't fly. Our last rapid recall checkpoint for this section, say them out loud and we are done. That's it. 10 rules that protect your certificate, your legal authority, and your accountability. You are training decisions under stress. When a question appears, your brain runs domain, controlling fact, required action, legal decision. That's the DELL. All 60 FAA rules map to their decisive step, study mode for understanding, drill mode for recall under pressure, full mock exam with step failure diagnostics, trap checklist, and more so you don't lose easy points. You can remove friction between you and your cert and train using the system linked below. I'll see you in the next section. Arrivederci.